22, 20, 22 to 22. And it's a very special day to me. And I want to say thank you to everybody on Facebook for their birthday wishes. And thank you to Angelica for my birthday photo. And thank you to Brigetti for my birthday profile photo, both of which I'll show you in this broadcast. But at the moment, I'm just waiting. Okay, we're nearly live, and we can go live on Amazon. Okay, it's going to take a few seconds. Is this? It's going to come through to my iPad, and I'm going to click preview, and then in a minute, automatically, the go live button on the iPad will appear in a second or two. I hope I've not got an error somewhere. Okay, it says I'm live, says go live. Okay, we're good. Okay, I am dashing back to my studio, and I'll take that off full screen. And hello. Right, okay. Thank you, everybody. And I sincerely mean this. This has been a brilliant start to my day, to all the messages that you've sent to me, and on my birthday. I'm not saying how old I am, just I guess, but be kind. And thank you, as I said earlier, thank you to Angelica for the profile, for the photograph, which is over here, which is now my official. I think I use this one forever. This is a photograph that Angelica took this morning, and that's me. That's a smiling me, and just thank you to Angelica. And then if I go back to me and bring this up on screen and go back again and go here, Rigetti made a profile photo out of it. So you'll see this on profiles everywhere pretty soon. So I just want to say thank you. And today has got off to a great start. When I was planning today's in two halves. First half is just celebrating being, and I went out for a walk this morning wearing my Fitbit, which I'm going to put down in the carousel in a second when I find it. So I'm looking in the carousel. I found my Fitbit, and I took my Fitbit out, and I'm going to that's the Be Live logo. So I'm just going to hide that for a moment. And if you are watching me live, then please do say hello. Logo's been updated, so it's just me. You're watching a Logitech Brio camera, and I want to say, if I can find my so welcome to the show. This is a lights, camera, action, and you are most definitely watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. Okay, so if you're watching on Amazon Live, thank you. You who joined my birthday celebrations, I'm live today on my birthday, just for an hour, just to spend time with you and to show you some of the products that are actually down in the carousel. If you've any questions at all about live broadcasting, about cameras, microphones, green screens, then please do ask. This is a brilliant free service. All the broadcasts on Amazon Live are independent. They earn a small commission based on sales, and that's quite handy. But we're here of our own free will on the, it depends who you listen to, either on the 5th largest or the 3rd largest website in the world. We've got our own pages, and we can broadcast whenever we want. And I'm broadcasting on my birthday. So I do want to say thank you to everybody for actually wishing me well today. And going to start with the Fitbit Inspire. I'm just going to go over, just give me a moment. This is not going to be a rush show. I'm in no rush today. I'm going over to Fitbit and see messages coming in. I'm going over to Fitbit, and I'm here to say thank you for watching. I'm talking about cameras. I'm talking about microphones, headphones, lighting, and green screens. Green screen behind me is a Logitech green screen. It's down in the carousel. And I'm also here to talk about Fitbits. If I go and share, just a minute, I just want to do something. And if I go here, I'm going to take a wrong turn in a moment. I know I am. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to make my point about how wonderful Fitbits are. So I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to share the Fitbit tab. Now, when you first buy a Fitbit, the first thing that you should do is go over to the Fitbit site and register your Fitbit. Okay, just take it over there and register it. This is a Fitbit Inspire 2. This is the original bracelet. You can get other wristbands. You can pay as much as you want for a band. You can get very stylish ones. I prefer black. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to hide that, and hopefully in a minute hide that. I've got so much on screen at the moment you wouldn't believe. But if I come off solo and I go picture in picture, okay, I'm going to hide that so you can see a little more of the screen. And I've got a comment coming in. I say hello to Guy R. Cook. Did you realize that your green screen is 100%? Yes, I did. I did. Doesn't have to be. Just a word of explanation. If your green screen covers the majority of your background, it doesn't have to be total. Yeah, doesn't have to totally cover you. I show you that in a minute, Guy. But you're quite right. It doesn't. It couldn't do, because it would have to be bigger, and I like it the way it is. Okay, so I'm just going to shrink myself, and by changing theme. Okay, apply. So I'm shrinking. Okay, so now I'm down the bottom right hand corner, and we're talking about Fitbits. And the thing is that you register your Fitbit on the site to get the warranty, but also you then get all your stats looked after. How far you've traveled today, how far you traveled this week, this month, this year, all are available to you. And you can see that these are my stats from today. And just over to Guy. Good to know. Yep, brilliant. Guys watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Amazon Live, I'd like to say thank you for watching. This is my birthday broadcast, and I'm just here to tell you about the items in the carousel. Now, the Fitbit measures how many steps you do, and it measures how many steps you do every time you move. If we stay at home and we don't do anything, then we'll do between 1,500 and 2,000 steps. The benefit of exercise is to go outside the front door and just walk. Now, this morning, I set off with my Fitbit on, and I did, as you can see, 7.32 miles. Now, that was a beautiful walk along the canal. I'm very fortunate I've got WinZip. WinZip is the most annoying piece of software ever. There, I've said that, and that's their fault. You shouldn't cover the screen on a live broadcast. I walked along the Kennington Canal. The Kennington Canal is a canal which runs from Bristol to London. Its full length is 87 miles. It was built in the early 1700s, about 1723 it started, I think. And it was designed, the Kennington Canal was designed to actually carry goods. Goods arrived in Bristol on ships. They were disembarked and then loaded onto the barges, and the barges sailed down the Kennington Canal, along the River Avon, along the Kennington Canal, to the River Thames in London. And that's how goods in the early 1700s arrived from the USA and were sent over to London. And the thing about it is that just outside devices, we've got a series of 27 locks, and the lock is designed to take a boat from up here to down here, okay, in stages. So it comes down slowly from one lock to another until it gets to the bottom of the hill. And I walked the full length of the lock gates this morning, and had it started off when I decided to start off this morning. It was a beautiful sunny day, but then it started to rain, so my hood went up, and I was sheltering from the rain, but still walking. And I did, in fact, video the whole of the experience. At least I think I did. I shall be able to check it later, but hopefully this morning's walk was actually videoed as well. But the thing is that the Fitbit is actually tracking my exercise, and as you can see, it took me an hour to actually get into my stride. And this is the thing about walking: the further you walk, the easier it gets and the faster you go. Yeah. Now I walk marathons, so this is effectively a training run, a 7-mile walk. But it basically, when you're out walking in the countryside, because the K7 goes through the countryside, then you're getting a chance to think. Now, it all starts with a Fitbit. It all starts with the Fitbit.com site. Register and then join the communities. And then there are 2 weekly challenges you can take part in: a weekday challenge and a weekend challenge, Monday, Friday, or Saturday, Sunday. And it's run by the community for the community. Now, think about this. When you buy the Fitbit, Fitbit is owned by Google, but that's by the by. When you buy a Fitbit, there are no annual fees involved. Okay, you've got the Fitbit, you've got access to Fitbit.com. You do not need to buy or purchase anything else. The challenges are run by members for members, and the stats that are on the Fitbit.com site are free. So all the stats that we're seeing now, and I'm just going to go back a bit just to show I don't actually do so well every day. So let's go back. Let's go for the week. Okay, and you can see I went for a walk on Saturday, and then my next walk was on Tuesday. So you don't need to keep going every day. So it tells you the steps, and it tells you the steps for the month. Now you see, I started off well at the beginning of February, then we had dips, but what you've got is 72 miles in February so far, with 72 miles in the last 30 days. So I'm on target for, pretty close to 80 miles a month. Now, if you do 80 miles a month, you're doing 1,000 miles a year. And that's the target of many people. We've got 1,000-mile walk challenges. And then you've got the year, and the year's not too hot, 840 miles. This year, I'm going to try and do 1,000 miles in the year. But all these stats, you can track your weight, you can track your sleep, you can have a food diary, all in the same website, and it's all included in your subscription. And today, in celebration of my actually completing an 8-mile walk, not really, Fitbit Inspire 2 today is $83.25, which is 17% off. Okay, so 17% off the Fitbit Inspire 2 today. This is the way I keep fit. This is my thanks for sharing. I have a Fitbit, never had a dashboard like this. First time today. You've got to go. Well, you just got to go to Fitbit.com, guy. Register your Fitbit, and then all your stats will be there. And just to go back, this is the kind of information that you can get from the website and from the app. But the website, you get 2 different views of the information. This is the view on the website. On the app on Android or iOS, you don't get as much information as you do on the website. So I'm quite chuffed actually looking at this. It's the first time I've looked for some time. I'm just trying to find my mouse, and I'm quite chuffed with the the monthly figures. 72 miles, 73 miles, 157,000 steps. Okay, and today's walk obviously helped quite a bit because that was 15,762 steps today. And we're not finished yet because it being my birthday, did I mention that? Angelica is taking me out for Cafe und Kuchen in town after this broadcast. So Fitbit.com, I get a new Fitbit every 2 years, and I just want to mention that my next Fitbit, okay, because I'm due for a change. My next Fitbit is down in the carousel at the moment. I can't show you because it's my next one. Fitbit Versa 2, $139.95, 20% off today. Now, the thing about the Fitbit Versa 2, right, first of all, I should say, you can have any color you like. There's a range of colors, you can choose your color. It doesn't have to be pink. It just so happens that the illustration is pink. So, okay. Fitbit Versa 2 is a step up from the Inspire. It's a step up, first of all, because it's got a full watch face rather than it says it's got the lozenge, and it does tell the time. Okay, it's now 15:18 in the UK or 10:18 on the East Coast. Okay, this new one for me, the Fitbit Versa 2, right. Okay, now this is where Amazon comes in handy. Okay. People who had the Fitbit Versa 2 upgraded to the Fitbit Versa 3, okay, and then quickly swapped back. The Fitbit Versa 2 has got, and this is incredible, 125,424 4.5 stars. That for any product, I don't know of a product that scores that highly. And for $139.95, 20% off today, I suggest that the thing that it has, which the Inspire 2 doesn't have, as well as a beautiful clock face, is it's also got GPS, but not just any GPS. This is Fitbit GPS. And basically, when you go for a walk like I did today, not only does it give you the steps and all sorts of information like that, but it draws a map. Yeah. And the map is available on Fitbit.com. And you can see the map. You can see where you've been. Now, the beauty of that is that if you've got regular walks, as I have, then you can do the regular walk, save it as a map, yeah, and then you can compete against yourself. So if you want to do training, what I'm going to do when I get this Versa is I'm going to do 4 or 5 different walks. And I'm going to record the walks, and then I'm going to do the walks again. But the second time around, I will be training because I'll be trying to beat my previous time. And the idea is to actually get faster and faster. Now, generally speaking, we all walk at 3 miles an hour. It varies with age, but surprisingly, and I proved it today, even when you're over 21, you can still walk. And you can go out and about and you can do the miles, as I've done nearly 8 miles today. In fact, by the end of today, I'll have done 10 miles, which is pretty good. Okay, and over to the comments. And Guy, I see no flaws. No flaws have gone. They've stopped. Just point. Yeah, they stopped doing flaws about 3 years ago. They don't measure flaws anymore. Flaws were just. I don't think they were accurate, and they just stopped using them. Okay, so back over to the Fitbit, and this information is available to you on Fitbit.com, and you can go in anytime. And I'm just going to go back home. Okay, and then I'm going to go to me. I don't want to go to the Fitbit site. I want to go to me. In a minute, it will go to me. I'm sure that it will go to my dashboard. Okay, so just to finish this section off before we move on. First of all, I put my Fitbit on in the morning and take it off at night. It can also be kept on overnight and measure your sleep. when it measures your sleep, it measures the different types of sleep and tells you what your sleeping pattern is. And basically, if you're having trouble sleeping, you can see how you sleep during the night. You can see when you woke up and back to sleep again, when you're in REM sleep, etc. My target is to do 60,000 steps. Okay, and I want to lose, it says on there, I'm 10 stone 13, which is fair enough. There's my activity every day. My heart rate, look at my heart rate today while I was walking. Brilliant. Okay, so my heart rate is within bounds, and doing exercise, and then you've got the steps. And all this information is available on fitbit.com. I'm going to come back to the studio now and come back to me. Okay, and I'm going to stop sharing. Right, so I'm in my below studio. I was actually sharing, and we're looking at two Fitbits. We're looking at the Fitbit Inspire 2, which is on my wrist and has done 16,000 steps today, and it's 17% off. And Fitbit Versa 2 is 20% off today, $139.95. It has become a way of life to me. I've owned 4 Fitbits over the last 8 years. All I do is walk, and that keeps me fit and trim. Now, this is not a medical recommendation. It's just a personal fact that I'm actually giving you. This is a personal fact, okay? Angelica's got a Fitbit as well. Right, the map is only available on the Fitbit Versa 2. Okay. For my map at the moment, I use, just a minute, I'll show you. Okay, because we're here and talking about Fitbits, I will go here. Give me a moment, I'm actually looking something up. If I can find it, we'll be good. I'm coming back as we go over there. I'm back now. At the moment, if you've got a Fitbit Inspire 2, then there is no map. Well, it's not strictly true. There are some things you can do to force a map out of it. But I used to use a piece of software called Map My Walk. Now, and I'm waiting for this to load and come to me. Okay, and I want to. Okay, I want to try and find something. Just a minute. And okay, my activity feed. All right, okay, I'll get there in a minute. Just a minute. Take a second. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to share. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to share tab again. And so I'm sharing a tab. Screen share. Window. Chrome tab. Chrome tab. And morning walk. Okay, so now, unfortunately, I'm going to bring this on screen now and show it by coming off. Okay, in order, my Fitbit is linked to a system called Strava. Strava is mainly used by cyclists, and there's the map of my walk today, and you can see I followed the canal from devices, and it's giving me additional information. It's giving me my pace, elevation, and the other thing that happened with this walk is that unfortunately, this is Strava, by the way, tied to the Fitbit. The unfortunate thing is that when we walked all the, well, I don't know whether you can see my mouse or not. No, you can't. Walked all the way along the canal, through beautiful countryside, through rain and sunshine, and reached my destination, which was a little village where barges winter, overwinter. And my Strava turned itself off, so it didn't actually track me on the way back. It's probably my fault. because I was filming all the way down and I think my battery just went. So you've got to remember that whilst it says, I'm just going to go over and read it. While it says that I actually did 3.7 miles, I had to walk back again. So not only did I walk out, I walked back. This is Strava. Right, okay. Yeah, understood. Got you, Guy. Okay. Right, so I use Strava to get them up. I used to map my walk, but I'm now a Strava guy. I've got the premium version, and it does map my walk and actually give me information. They're going to stop sharing and come back to me. Now, Guy asked a question a moment ago about green screens, and say hello Grant, and thank you for saying happy birthday. Thank you. I'm having a birthday broadcast. I'm basically, on your birthday, you should do what you enjoy. So rather than taking a day out, this is not work to me. Okay, this is not the work. So I just decided that the thing I like most in it, well, one of the things I like most in any given day is actually just to broadcast live. So I thought, right, I'll go and see my friends over on Amazon Live. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm broadcasting on my birthday and talking about the products that I use. And I'm just trying to get to one, which I know, I mean, I shouldn't be able to miss it. I mean, it's green. Okay, down in the carousel now is the Logitech reversible green screen. Okay, and Guy mentioned earlier, do you realize that your green screen isn't 100%? Yeah. There is a reason for that. One, the main reason is I want people to look at the chess set as well. And if anybody does play chess, I want them to challenge me to a game. Okay. The bottle up on the second shelf there is a bottle of Healy's cider. So that's why that's there. That's the brand thing. That's the Healy's thing. But if I go here, and just forgive me a moment, because the question is, if I have background removal and I'm going here and I'm going to go here, just give me a second. So we're looking at background removal, and if I go here and press OK, open, I'm going to disappear in a second, but you'll still be able to hear me. Okay, let me try again. That didn't work. Okay, I'm going to go artwork, resized, that one, open. Okay, I'm going to disappear in a second, but when I reappear, all right, okay, you'll notice, Guy, that the green screen software knows it's got to fill the screen. So where I've got on that side of me, I've got the chess set and the cider bottle and the shelving. It compensates for that. I've got enough green for the green screen to work out where it's got to go. Okay. Now, I'm actually in my Belive studio, and Belive are using NVIDIA technology to actually do the green screen. And I've got to say, this is, I mean, apart from the odd tearing, because I normally sit still. You've got to sit still if you're using a green screen, or still-ish. What you don't want to do. This is a test. You can actually see, does the green screen stay there as I move? Yeah. Okay. And have I got 10 fingers? Yes, I've got 10 fingers. So the whole point, Guy, is that the green screen software will compensate for anything around the edges, and you can just put a blanket in there. Okay, now just while I'm here, okay, just let me get this and see if I can upload. You'll notice it's tearing when I move. That's because the lighting isn't the best today, but I just want to come down here. Okay, I'm going to change in a minute. I'm going to change again. I've still got the green screen behind me, the Logitech green screen that's down in the carousel, but I'm going to change. And I got, I'm an admin in the Believers group on Facebook, and I got a question yesterday about how do you improve your green screen. Well, first of all, you can use the green screen as I do, but the problem is what you shouldn't do is to use light images. This is very difficult. Okay, you see how problematic having a light background is. This is pure white, and I've got to say the software is struggling. Yeah, and it's struggling because it just can't do it. It's not set to work that way. It's either a green screen or a blue screen or any solid color which is not white. Trying to green screen with a white background just will never ever work. Yeah, and okay, there are imperfections in this because it's not pure white, but the thing is you get tearing. Okay, and the fingers aren't as, it can't define your fingers properly. Yeah, and the thumbs, and it's not well, that's why you shouldn't use a light image. It doesn't work. The darker the image, the better it is. And if I go here, and again, I'm going to change background again. I'm in my BeLive studio. I'm going to disappear for a second. I'll be back. I'm going to go. You ready for this? I'm actually going to disappear. Okay, I'm back now. You see how much better having a colored background is than having a white background. The fingers, the software doesn't have any problem, well, in determining your fingers. I can move my hands about. Okay. So the background is important. There are three things important in background removal. One, do you have a green screen or not? If you don't have a green screen, then the image you have on screen will be okay. If you do have a green screen, then your image on screen will be nearly perfect. Yeah. Two, lighting. If you have no lighting or room lighting, it'll be okay. If you have LED lights, it will be near perfect. If you have a background which is light, it will be okay. If you have a background which is dark, then it will be near perfect. Yeah, okay. And guys saying, thanks for that. What about the green screen that connects to the back of the chair? I know of that one, but I did have a question about that the other day. I'll find it, and I'll find it on Amazon, because that would work as well. The one that just fastens onto your chair. I'll find one, Nick, Guy. Okay, over to the comments, and thank you for your comments. Hello, Rome, and Rome's happy birthday, my friend. Rome, thank you very much. I'm fortunate I can actually broadcast on Amazon live on my birthday, and that to me is a dream come true. I so much enjoy broadcasting on Amazon live, you wouldn't believe. I'm privileged, okay, and I love spending my time with you as you're watching me. Okay, so thank you for the questions, and it's a blessing. It is, totally agree, Rome. Rome is a fellow Amazon live insider, and every time we go live, there's a buzz about being live on Amazon Live, because we get to come on here, we get to talk to you, we get to share our knowledge, and it's just such a pleasure. So we have covered Fitbits, the Inspire and the Fitbit Versa 2 and the Logitech reversible green screen. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to talk about, I need another camera for. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this background, so I can turn this background off. I'm back with the green screen. You see the green screen doesn't fit, but the green screen software actually compensates for that. Okay, so if I'm not on BeLive, I use XSplit VCam for my green screen. Okay, and I know that Brigetti is using strange sounding name, MMHHMM. I don't get the name at all. Anyway, it's pretty good software. Right, okay, so I'm going to bring this on screen. I just want to say, this is the photograph that Angelica actually took earlier this morning at our birthday breakfast. And I was so taken with it that I published it on Facebook. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's actually liked. I mean, Angelica is my favorite photographer. And also thank you to Brigetti, who's actually taken, if I go full screen, who's actually taken well, first of all, thank you. Who's actually created a great profile photo from it. So what better way than to celebrate your birthday? But I'm going to hide those for now. And I want to bring this up on screen. Okay, this is my second camera. I'm in the BeLive studio, which means I can have two cameras. And Roma's saying very nice capture of you. Thank you. Thank you. It's down to the photographer and the moment. I just opened my birthday card, so I was in a really good mood. Okay, you can see my desktop. Just to prove this is live, that's a Toshiba hard drive, and basically, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. That is basically an Anker 4-way USB port, which is magical, and it's a bestseller on Amazon. What I'm going to talk about is this, okay, and I'm going to bring it down into my demonstration area, okay, and put it there so you can actually see it. When we start broadcasting, we use our own computers, and they have a camera and a microphone, and we have until you're actually sure that you want to go live broadcasting or appear on Zoom, you do not need an external camera. But when you do need an external camera, the vast majority of people buy the camera that's down in the carousel now. At least it will be when I highlight it. Okay, and that's the Logitech C920x, which is down in the carousel. Now, there are two Logitech C920s. There's the 920 and the 920x. The 920x is the 920x, but it's the same model, but it has with it XSplit VCam, which I'll explain to you in a moment. Why you should actually look at XSplit VCam. Anyway, stays with our theme of background removal software. So back to here. Okay, so this is the Logitech C920 and the Logitech C920x. It's the same camera. Okay, what you have is twin microphones and then the lens. This is 1080p or 720p. Now, I can't show you this camera at the moment because it's not plugged in. Okay, it is not plugged in. But you go like that and you attach it to your monitor, and it sits on your monitor like that, and it looks at you. It's a fixed angle camera. Okay, it's got 90 degrees of vision, and you can go 90, 78, and 65, but it is fixed camera. 720p is what I'm broadcasting to you now, which is 720 pixels. The more pixels, the clearer the picture. Okay, now Amazon say we should do 720p, and that's what we do. So 720p is DVD quality. It's not as if it's not quality. It is a quality broadcast. And this camera can do the 720p, and this is the ideal first camera for anybody who's thinking about broadcasting. And today, that camera is an incredible 14% off. It is $59.99 in the carousel. And I've got a happy birthday from Corinda. Thank you, Corinda. It is 14% off, $59.99. It is the ideal first camera. It works. It works on Zoom, it works on YouTube, it works on Facebook, it works on Be Live, it works on Restream, it works on Melon, it works on Weird Video. It will work anywhere. It's a workhorse. Now I've got to own up to something. I have to own up to something. This camera, this very camera, okay, this camera there is 6 years old. I have had this camera for 6 years. It has never let me down. So when I say it's $60 to actually buy this camera, yeah, then $10 a year is just to a camera of this quality. Logitech build quality, they're famous for the build quality. So it's lasted 6 years. It's as new. Okay, bit of polishing up, but it's actually as new. So that's the camera. But this is the C920x, which means the X stands for XSplit, which means that you get 3 months use of the software I'm about to show you now. Now, we talked earlier about background removal. I'm going to show you my favorite background removal software, which is included 3 months off with this. So I'm going to put my video full screen. I'm going to switch my microphone off, and then I'm going to press play. Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire, England, and I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCam, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now, the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit VCam program. Okay, now you notice at the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so the next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCam is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing you can do is you can run a YouTube video. Now I can show you a sample of this. Right, I'm back. The whole video is on YouTube. After this broadcast, if you go to YouTube, type in XSplit VCam, you'll find the video. The other thing you'll find is how I started making videos about XSplit VCam in 2019, because it was amazing then. It's near perfect now. And the 3 months of using that software is included in the C920x that's down in the carousel. And if you go to YouTube, you see how it's evolved over time. Okay, and to me, it is the best background removal software around, and I make videos and XSplit say thank you, and that's always good. So if you're looking for a first external camera, then please do consider the one down the carousel. If you click the link, you can go through and you find out all the tech specs. I'm just going to check one or two things. Okay, and Gary's saying, when viewing this on YouTube, there's no carousel in view. No. Right, okay. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, then there is no carousel. The carousel is only on Amazon Live. Okay, the link to join me on Amazon Live is up above. Good point, Guy. But we've just got the straight broadcasts on Amazon Live. What I could do, just to show, I can broadcast also to YouTube, and just give me a minute. If I go here, and I could actually bring this up. Just give me a second. You're actually, oh, he could be my director. Okay, I'm going to go, I'm going to hide that because we don't need that anymore. And I'm going to go side by side. Okay, and hide that. Okay, so as you can see, Guy, over on YouTube, I am able to actually publish the link so you could actually have a look at XSplit. Okay. That's by the by. Back to me. Hide that. Okay, so the carousel is only on Amazon Live. So thank you to everybody who's watching on Amazon Live. This is, well, we've been going a while now, but this is Lights Camera Action. You are watching Stephen live. Oh, wait a minute. You're watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England, and I've got all the happy birthdays. Thank you very much. It is amazing to be able to broadcast to Amazon Live on my birthday, and I just enjoy your company, and thank you so much for actually joining me. So I'll hide that. Okay, so just continuing, I'm going to go to stay with cameras. Okay, my next camera you're actually watching now. Okay, there is no greater demonstration than they're actually watching the Logitech Brio, which is down the carousel now, and it is today. Wow, my Logitech Brio is 26% off. It was the full $200 when I bought it, but I don't mind because I've been using it now for 18 months. $148.50 for Logitech Brio today is a very good price, is all I'm going to say. Now, the prices down the carousel are active whilst we're live. Okay, as Amazon broadcasters, first of all, we're all independent. We don't work for Amazon. Okay, we can't chase returns for you. We can't do anything of that. We don't work for Amazon. We're independent broadcasters. But what we do get from Amazon when we go live is we get special discounts. And those special discounts we can offer to you whilst we're live. So it's 26% off. It's just a brilliant price. Now, the Brio camera, you're actually watching it, so there's nothing better than that. It is, first of all, it's the 720 and the 1080, just like the C920 was, but it's also a 4K camera and a wide view. Yeah, so you get a wider view. The other thing about the Logitech Brio camera, if I do this, just a minute, let's do a comparison, shall we? If I go like this, and I'm going to go like this. Okay, and I'm going to go side by side. Okay, the camera on the right is the Oberspot Tiny, and you can tell a clear difference between the colors on the Brio on the left and the Oberspot on the right. The colors on the Brio are enhanced, they're oversaturated. Yeah, but I've got so used to looking like I do on the left. Yeah, but you can see the difference, and the display on the right from the Oberspot is similar to the display you get from the C920. Yeah, the Brio is in a class of its own as far as how good it actually looks on screen. So on screen, I look super healthy, but by comparison, you can look at my birthday photograph this morning. That's how I normally look, and this is how the camera is making me look. So my skin is tanned, but not bright red. But you know, basically you can alter this. Okay, you can actually alter. I'm going to hide that, and I'm going to come back to me. So I'm there. Okay, I'm going to bring up the comparison side by side. So that's the comparison between the OBSpot and the Brio. But the Brio can do 4K. We can't broadcast in 4K yet. 4K is of limited. Well, you can't. We don't have the internet infrastructure to broadcast in 4K. We just don't. Yeah, we can broadcast in 1080. If you go and broadcast live to YouTube, you can do 1080. If you're a superstar, you can do even better than that. Okay, I know some people, I don't know them personally, but you can actually go 4K to YouTube. Shh, don't tell everybody, but you've got to be special to actually do that. So you can go in 1080p to YouTube. You can go in 1080p to Facebook. If you're using, let's just bring this back. Okay, just a reminder, I'm just going to change up here and change the theme. Just give me a second. I want to go to that theme. I also want to go to that overlay. Okay. Now you've got two of me. Okay, this is not good, is it? Let's move that one back to where it was. Okay, that's better. Okay. I'm broadcasting on be.live, and this is ideal software for broadcasting to Amazon Live, because as you've seen, I can show video from YouTube, I can show images, I can do overlays, I can do text on screen. Yeah. I've got a full agenda, full run of show outside of me. So if I forget what I'm supposed to be talking about, I can just look and know. The show is called Lights, Camera, Action. It's about lights and cameras, and the action part of it, of course, is the Fitbit we talked about earlier. And I did 8 miles this morning, and I'm a happy chappy. I'm broadcasting live from England to Amazon Live. I'm just grateful to actually do so. So there we have it. So you're actually watching an English broadcast from England, and I'm happy to be here. Just over to the comments again, and yeah, just a reminder, Guy's comment was, when you're viewing on YouTube, you can't see the carousel. There should be a link in the description which takes you straight to Amazon Live. Yeah, basically what I do is, what I like to do is to show the video on Facebook and YouTube, and sometimes LinkedIn, and then give the link to actually join me on Amazon Live, because that's where the best experience is. And when I talk about things being down in the carousel, you can actually see the carousel. It's better than me describing it to you. So you're actually Rome saying hello to Corinda, and Corinda saying hello to Rome. I love it when people actually get chatting in the comments. I think it's first. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Amazon Live. If you've got any questions about live broadcasting, about Zoom, about cameras, about microphones, about green screens, then I am live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern on Amazon Live. If you follow me, yeah, Amazon will notify you when I go live. Not every time, but sometimes. If you follow me, you'll always be able to find me, because up above my image now on the Amazon.live page is browse, following, and next to the following is the browse, and next to the browse is the following. If you follow somebody, then you can always find them again. And if you can find them again, you can watch them live, or you can watch their last broadcast. Okay, so if you follow me during the week, you'll see me live at 9 a.m. day. If you come and look at the weekend, you can see everything I broadcast during the week. All 5 broadcasts are all there. Okay. Monday, I'm live with Nick Wood, who's also on Amazon Live. And Tuesday through Friday is just me. Also, if you want to check out a couple of other people, you check out Nick Wood, as just mentioned. You can check out Brigitte Limbanda from South Africa. You can check out Marco Novo from Portugal. And you can check out David Burrows from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Okay, I think the Canadians can get back into the States again. I'm not sure about that. Over to the comments, and I'm just going to scroll down the comments. And Corinda's saying, Rome's saying, I follow Steve and watch some of his live every day. Thank you, Rome. And now your show with Fraser, Rome Wilkinson. Thanks for the follow. Okay, absolutely brilliant. Okay, and Corinda's in London, and I've been following him for a long time. Thank you, Rome. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so as I say, if you are watching and you do follow like Rome and Corinda, then much appreciated. From our point of view, just being totally open here, the more followers we have, then the more Amazon Live takes of us, which is logical. Okay. I'm happy where I am. I'm not. I do so enjoy being here. Right. Okay. Now, it's nearly coffee and cooking time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this camera up on screen. Okay. So this camera is now full screen, and this camera is the Oberspot Tiny, which is down in the carousel. And I'm just going to wind up with the Oberspot Tiny. Okay, now this is a brilliant camera. It's the funnest camera I've ever had. It's my favorite camera. And the thing is that it has presets. Okay, so I'm now on the Oberspot Tiny camera and I'm talking to you. And I can go from me to my demonstration area and also come back to me, go past me, and go up to the wall. Okay, that's a picture of Avebury Stone Circle, which was started 4,500 years ago. It's very similar to Stonehenge, except it's got a village in the middle of it, and its PR department are not as good as the PR department at Stonehenge. So back to me. Okay, so I can switch between locations. Okay, and I can actually look at the camera, which I'm doing now. Okay, and there is one other thing that this can do. Okay, and what I'm going to do is this. Okay, this is my party trick on my birthday. Is I'm going to go here, and this is definitely a party trick. Okay, the thing about the Oberspot Tiny, yeah, is that it actually follows you. It's got built-in tracking. And with hand gestures, which I'm not going to do, 2 hand gestures, you can actually stop and start following, and you can zoom in and zoom out. Now I'm totally zoomed in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around here. I'm going to move my chair. And you see, the thing is, and this is the brilliance of this. This one camera worked well when I was sitting down. Okay, it works even better when I'm stood up. When we're stood up and we're presenting, we have a whole different energy coursing through us, and we can give a totally different presentation whilst we stood up. I'm just going to go down a minute because I wanted that green screen a bit further up. Now, the other thing that the Oberspot does, as you've discovered, it automatically adjusts the headroom. So I'm never going to be totally off. And as I move, the headroom will adjust. Okay, I'm always in the frame. Okay, so whilst I'm stood up, it's a good time for me to demonstrate this. And these are my favorite headphones. You've seen my favorite cameras. You've seen a lot of things today, but these are As we say in the UK, these are the bee's knees. These are Aftershocks earbuds, and there's something I need to do. Just a second. Just need to go there. I know you got the top of my head. Okay, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Aftershocks earbuds, basically, these do not go in your ear. They're not in your ear canal. Yeah, they don't do that. They go over your ear, and they are bone conduction headphones, which means the waves of sound are transmitted through your bones, and you hear them just as if you were wearing earbuds. The sound quality is good. It's not hi-fi, but it is very good. You can listen to your favorite music or your favorite podcast, and it just comes across so clearly. You can recharge these, okay? USB-A, USB-C connector. You can recharge them, and I generally charge mine once a week, and they're good for the week then. Okay, now all the specs are on the page in the carousel, and what I need to do, I'll show you it later, but the earbuds are down in the carousel if you're interested. Just scroll the carousel. These are perfect for walking, jogging, running, and cycling. They are the best headphones I've found. The thing is that because your ears are not full of earphones, then you can listen and talk to the person next to you. You can hear all the traffic. You can hear the cyclist coming up behind you, as I did this morning when I was out for my 8-mile walk. 8 miles, that's good. So you can hear everything around you. They're waterproof. They're dual controls. You can take and make phone calls with them. And the thing is that you're not going to lose this. And if you're cycling, hang on, how? If you're cycling, then they're ideal. If you're running, jogging, or walking, again, they're ideal. I love these Aftershocks headphones. I'm just going to bring the box up again. Aftershocks. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, without knocking anything over, without knocking my new desk, I've got a new desk from Amazon, which will be in the carousel tomorrow, and it's a gift. Where am I? Just a minute. Press one button and the other spot tiny, and I'm back, and I'm back in focus. Everything works. I've never had so much fun with a camera. You've got 3 presets. You've got a 270-degree field of vision. You've got AI. It tracks you. Yeah. If you click the link in the carousel, you find out more about it. It is, I mean, you've got to think about this. This is a PTZ camera. Pan, tilt, and zoom. Okay, PTZ. And it's the funnest thing. Okay, it has a fast tracking mode. So if you were tracking a race, then, or you were running in a race, it could track you. Okay, just saying. I haven't tested it, but it will track you. Okay, so let's switch back to the main camera. Okay, I've got 2 cameras. I've still got these on. I've got 2 cameras and 1 microphone. That's how this works. Okay, so I think I best go. I'm being taken out now. I'm being taken out for Cafe and Cooking by Angelica, which is absolutely brilliant. So we're going into town, even more steps, and I'm going to enjoy a coffee and cake on my birthday from Angelica. I just want to say though, I've got the desk here that I've got here has totally changed the way that I can do broadcasts, because I can, with my angle desk, I can have 1 camera on the desk and 1 camera on me, and it's changed the way that I present. And I just want to say thank you to Angelica. Okay, thank you to Corinda and Rome and Guy for all the comments today, and to everybody who's commented who I may have missed, and that's inadvertent. It's been my pleasure to broadcast live from, now you can see 3 of me. It's been my pleasure to broadcast. I just want this photograph because I want to take a screenshot. It's been my pleasure to broadcast an Amazon Live today. I'm live again Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern. If you have any questions about Zoom broadcasting, about broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, then please do come and ask. Until then, this is Stephen in Wiltshire in England saying thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.